But here's the fun part. We are going to view some properties and we're going to evaluate them using the SELL method. This is something that I came up with. I'm pretty proud of it, and it works. People love this. But you're going to identify properties that you like. You're going to mark your favorites out of the ones that I send you. I'm going to send you additional ones that I think might work for you. Sometimes I'll throw you a wild card, something maybe you wouldn't have thought of, but something that I think you might like. And if you don't like it, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Then I'm going to plan out a tour. So I'm going to select 4 or 5 places, not more than that. More than that in one day, it just becomes a little bit overwhelming. But 4 or 5 places or less, depending how many you like, and we're going to go out and look at them. And if they all meet your criteria, you need some way to evaluate them. Most times, there's one that's just an obvious standout that you're going to love, that you're going to want to buy. But if you're having a hard time, here's a method I use to evaluate. So I call it SELL. That's an acronym. CELL. And those are 4 categories in no particular order. Well, the only order they're in is to make an acronym. But I have equal weight to these 4 categories to evaluate a property. And so you'll see I've got a score out of 5 for each one for 20 possible points. First one is condition. Condition is really important. What kind of shape is this place? How is the paint? How are the carpets, the landscaping, and the flower beds? Sometimes you walk up to a place before you even go in it and you know, this is in really nice shape. You can tell that somebody really cares about this place. It's really well maintained. How clean is it? Is it nicely staged? Is it nicely presented? That's condition. I was in a house yesterday that's 20 years old that looks brand new. It's original condition, but brand new. So condition, you're going to give that a score out of 5. Terrible condition, 1. Perfect condition, 5. Everything else somewhere in between there. The next one is emotion. And I gave these all an equal weighting, but in my experience, this is the one that kind of can trump everything else, all the other things being the same. It's emotion. So I've read somewhere that you walk into a place and you know within the first 2 minutes if you want to buy it. So your body's telling you something. Your gut is telling you something. How does it feel? Does this feel right? A lot of this is feel because this is going to be your home. So can you picture living here? What does your gut tell you? You have to listen to that. That's important. Even the most analytical clients I work with, sometimes engineers and doctors and geologists, stuff like that, very analytical. They have their spreadsheets. They have a very rigid system for evaluating. I try to encourage those people as well. Don't disregard that feel in your gut. Give it a score. So that feel works both ways too. Sometimes your body's just like, no. Your gut just says, no, this isn't right. You got to listen to that too. So give it a score. If it feels completely wrong, it's a 1. If it feels perfect, that's a 5. And if it feels perfect, the other categories might not matter, but we're still going to evaluate them. So the next category is location. So, that old trope in real estate. What are the 3 most important things in real estate? Location, 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 right? There's a reason for that. So what community are you in? What community do you want to be in? What are the nearby services? What are the nearby schools? What are the nearby transit routes if you're going to use that? What's the access to shopping? What's the access to commuting? How convenient is it? Is it walkable? Is that important to you? How quiet is it? Is it private? Or is there going to be a lot of traffic? Are you on a drive where there's always cars going by? Are you close to the expressway or the train tracks where you're going to get that noise? Are you in the flight path where you're going to hear planes flying overhead? Do you back green space or do you back dozens of other backyards? Are you close to a lake? Are you close to a park? So the location matters a lot. And the location really can be a deal breaker too, right? It is kind of the most important thing. Well, they all are, but it can be a deal breaker too. You can love everything about a house and it's just in a bad spot. Maybe it's backing onto a big interchange on the highway. I've been in places like that and it's heartbreaking because it's like, I love this house. It's a good deal. Those ones always are a good deal. They have to be, but we just can't work with this location. It's just not going to work. So you got to put a weight there. Perfect location, 5 out of 5. Crap location, 1 out of 5. And a crap location, 1 out of 5. This place better be a great deal. You better love everything else about it because you're stuck there. And then you're going to have the same problem when you resell it. 4th category is the layout. Layout is a big deal. It kind of ties in with emotion. A really well laid out house just has a certain feel to it. It feels right. What are the entrances like? What is your impression when you walk in the house? What are the views? Where are the windows? Where are the bathrooms? If you have a family, upstairs layouts in 2-story homes vary widely, but where's the bonus room? Is there a bonus room? Do you need a bonus room? Is there a mudroom? Where's the laundry? Is your ensuite bathroom backing up against the wall with where your kid's head of their bed is going to be? You know what I'm saying? Think about that layout, how it works, the sight lines in the house. the positioning. Also, and this connects with location too, but where are the windows? Where's the sun? We live in the north, so the sun is always sort of to the south, right? Um, your bedroom windows, are they going to get a lot of sun? Your kitchen windows, are they getting a lot of sun? Think about the layout. Give that a score. If the layout doesn't feel right, 1 out of 5 layout. You know what? 1 out of 5 in any of these, you're probably not buying the house. These are all potential deal breakers. Layout just doesn't work, doesn't feel right. 1 out of 5. Maybe you could change it. Maybe you could renovate, depending if you're that type of buyer. Amazing layout. You love it. It feels right. It feels logical. It feels practical. 5 out of 5. So add them all up. Score out of 20. And if you're having trouble deciding, go back to your score sheets. And it's a good exercise because it'll remind you of that house. And when you've looked at a lot of houses, this is really helpful to go back and refer to it when it's hard to make a decision. Sometimes the perfect house is going to come up right away and you're going to make a decision quick. Lucky you, if that's the case. Otherwise, if we're looking at a lot, a system is good. This is my system. It's a good system.